There it is. I'm Rayani Madison Jones. I am the founder and executive director of 3D Girls Inc. We are located in Atlanta, Georgia. And I am just excited to bring all of you together because so many things are changing for the good for 3D Girls Inc. And we want to bring all of our community partners. Another thing I must communicate is that my computer loves to stall on me. So I'm turning off my video so that you can hear me. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. However, again, I'm here to just share what our organization is working on in this season with hopes that you all will continue to support and partner with us on the things that we're doing. If you're just arriving, we're just asking that you introduce yourself in the chat box and let us know your organization or your affiliation with the organization. And so I'm just going to start off with the mission of 3D Girls Inc. Our mission is to educate and empower young women and girls to be advocates for themselves and their families. We are able to fulfill this mission through STEAM-focused mentoring for girls, prenatal and parent education, as well as social and emotional wellness. And we have been around this year for almost 10 years. We are so excited to be celebrating 10 years of divine, devoted, and driven service within our communities. We have so many partners that help us with this work, and we cannot do it without our partners. And so if you see your logo, the organization that you're associated with, just go ahead and wave in the chat. We are so excited to be building capacity with so many organizations. And today my goal is to share how we do that and how we're looking to continue to share capacity in that space. So this is just a timeline of our impact. Again, we started in 2012. We've developed our program. And just to give you guys a little bit of background, I'm a former educator within the Atlanta public school systems, and a lot of the work that had been done initially when we started was through me being a classroom teacher and being able to connect with the students and the girls that I work with after school. In 2019, we went through a rebranding process. We revitalized our board. I left the classroom and I engaged in a fellowship program that helped me to become a little bit more clear. So if you were there in the early days and you knew about the community baby showers and you knew about the outreach events with the girls and the field trips, we have structured our work and grown so much since then. We have launched a Girls Link Up program, which you'll hear about. We've done some COVID relief efforts, and then we have done work in schools, launched an emergency assistance program, and we are going to talk about our Rose House project that we are soon to launch this year. And so I don't do this work alone. I have a tremendous group of people who are supporting me, starting with our board of directors. For a very long time, I did this work by myself, so it feels good to have a team of people who are working, acknowledging, supporting, and advocating for the work that we do to educate and empower young women and girls. And I saw a few of our board members pop in, so if you are one of our board members, just say hello in the chat. We are just so excited to have 3 new board members this year who are already on it, working to help us to fulfill our mission. Alongside our board members, we have a dynamic team of women that are working every day behind the scenes to help get us where we need to be. We have Kia Spearman, who is our outreach coordinator. She works with a lot of our client-based services, so our community events, our diaper drives, and getting resources to families. Nadine is our operations manager, so she's my right hand, helping to keep order and stability within the organization. Kiera is our education outreach coordinator. She works primarily with our school-based program, helping to plan lessons and connect with our partners and keep structure, and does an amazing job at empowering our facilitators and our girls through programming. Dante is our project manager. She works alongside me as well, helping to manage data, resources that our programs need to be effective and efficient. And Janika is our program facilitator. She works directly with the girls in the schools, on campuses. Dante does as well. But we are a team that kind of just jumps in and does everything. We're a very new team, but when I tell you that they are amazing and they have been awesome to this organization. And so the reason why we are here is because obviously there is a problem within our community. Since the 2020 pandemic, we have found out that 1 in 3 girls have experienced new or worsening anxiety. And where we come in is that we provide preventative measures and interventions to kind of help, solve this problem. And the reason why we help young women is because there is a trend, and it's more so prevalent now than ever, where mental distress has increased by 32% among women between the ages of 18 and 44. Now, of course, for Black women and women of color, these numbers are higher in those demographics. So we are on a mission to focus on bridging the gap between mental health and overlooked areas where women don't receive the support that they need. And so the way that we do this is through our preventative programming, which is the Girls Link Up program, where we provide on-site programs, program sessions, and curriculum materials that help to educate and empower young girls to be socially and emotionally well. We are partnered with 4 schools right now. We have partnerships with the Kendesi schools. After School All-Stars is an After School All-Stars. Is Kendesi in the house? We would love to see our
Yes, we are
partners
here.
Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And this semester, we are onboarding KIPP South Fulton KIPP South Fulton Academy, which is in South Fulton. And we are onboarding that school this semester. An awesome community of students and parents who requested our programming. And so we are so excited to be on the campuses of schools across the city of Atlanta and hoping to grow that, because our program outcomes are phenomenal. You will get to see that in just a moment as well. On the intervention side of things, we have community outreach programming. So to help combat those statistics that impact young women in that age range of 18 and 44, we offer community resources, and they look different depending on the seasons. Right now, we are focused on making sure that people are mentally and socially well, making sure that we have access, help them find access to rental assistance, utility assistance. We host parent education workshops, and then we have done some mental health supports where we have coordinated care for moms, new and expectant moms, to find accountability partners and licensed physicians and mental health advocates so that they can get the support that they need in their day-to-day life. That was through a parenting through the pandemic initiative that we hope to spark back up in the spring of this year. And at the core of what we do, we believe for girls that you can't be what you don't see. We have a STEM-focused mentoring program because the gender gap for STEAM interests begins between the ages of 11 and 15 with girls feeling a lack of confidence. They don't feel like they're good in math. They don't feel like they're good in sciences, or, engineering. It's not something that's of interest to them. So we target girls in 3rd through 8th grade to kind of help build that interest, exposing them to activities, careers, workshops, and things to help to get them thinking that they can do these things. And then 40% of girls say that they don't have role models in STEM. And so for girls of color, having role models creates a sense of belonging, awareness, and interest in the STEAM field. So we bring STEAM professionals to come work with our girls, to do job shadowing experiences, to show them that, there are girls like you that are working in our communities and working in different fields to help to empower them. And we also make sure that while we're doing this, that we're focused on their social and emotional wellness, because girls are more likely to suffer from depression, suicide attempts, and negative self-image. So making sure that we have facilitators and people around to kind of gauge how our girls are feeling through our sessions is how we're able to, educate and empower girls to be advocates for themselves and their families. And we have been ultimately successful with how we have been doing this. The Girls Link Up program launched in 2020 as a virtual program. And our goal was to connect with girls during the pandemic, but it has since evolved. And so we, like I said, are partnered with schools now to offer STEAM demonstrations, virtual job shadowing experiences. We have some virtual programming going right now with homework help every week. So we have girls to come hang out with us. We also have the mentors to come on or come to the school sites and just hang out with the girls. And from that, 56% of the girls who attended the virtual sessions attended daily. So we did these online sessions, and a little over half came every single day. For our in-person sessions, where we did programming at Kendesi, and we did programming at Coretta Scott King, and we did programming at Long Middle School, 88% of the girls participated in the on-site daily sessions, and we visited those schools twice a week. And then when we asked our parents and talked to our parents about how they felt about the program, 100% of them said they would register their daughters again for future sessions. And so we are excited to have that data to kind of support the work that we're doing, as this is a new venture in the way that we're doing this work. Additionally, over the summer, we offer a pitch competition, and this program targets young female entrepreneurs, and we provided them with mentorship, guidance, and support for their businesses. I don't know if you know this, but the number of female entrepreneurs has grown tremendously in the past 10 years. That number for women of color has increased as well. And so we want to essentially create a pipeline for funding and resources and mentorship for these girls who are exploring entrepreneurship, so that we can ultimately improve their quality of life for the next generation of girls. And so we successfully launched this program last year. It was phenomenal. We had 13 youth entrepreneur finalists. We had 12 mentors that worked with these girls, and we were able to distribute $8,000 in cash prizes, along with services and resources such as brand photography, website development, social media support to help their businesses grow. And so we'll be launching the applications for the pitch competition in March. So if that's something that your students, that your community, that the people that you work with would love to engage in, please make sure that you indicate that to us in the future. Next is what we call the team project. The team has evolved into so much more. We've realized that our demographics have changed in how we serve families, especially with the pandemic. And so what we used to use under this bracket of services was our community baby showers. And now that has evolved into mom circles, where we get online virtually and have conversations, and we have circles, restorative circles, to kind of help moms balance that self-care and parenting and all the things that are really just hard to do right now. We've offered rental assistance, utility assistance, and we distribute diapers, wipes, and feminine hygiene kits. So through this work, we have supported 526 individuals in 2021. We have served 148 households. We've had 42 volunteers to engage in this work, and we've distributed 375 care packages of diapers, wipes, feminine hygiene products, and things to help support families. We've received 288 emergency assistance requests. This does not mean that we have fulfilled every request, but we have outsourced assistance depending on what the family needs. Our outreach coordinator kind of works with them, and this can be anything from crisis care to house fires or hotel stays or things that happen where families need food and things like that. And so we started this during COVID, and it's an initiative that we enjoy serving our moms, because we ultimately want to fulfill our mission to help them to advocate for themselves and their families. And so as we grow, we are anticipating the growth of our physical space, and we are looking to merge a lot of the projects and the things that we do into the Rose House. The Rose House is a 6,500 square feet residential and training facility. It is comprised of multi-use shipping container pods. And so we are working right now. We launched the announcement at the end of last year for our building project. So we are launching a campaign to bring this to life. We are working with a team of project managers to help us get this done. And I'll just show you the phases of where we're at in just a moment. But we're working with community organizations like Fostering Life, which is a foster care initiative to kind of help youth who are in foster care, who are transitioning out of care. There are a lot of moms in that demographic that are in need of housing and in need of support. So we intend to build a culture that supports these moms by housing them, providing work-based training, preventing recurrent pregnancy, individual counseling, and structured recreational programs. This will also be our headquarters in the coming years as we transition from our space now. And so we have completed phase one, and we call it the planting. I am a former science teacher, so I love science in the Rose House. As we are developing, we started planting this idea, and we have done our readiness assessment, our gap analysis and capital campaign is launching. And so with this, we are now in phase two of cultivating this. And so we are working on the capital campaign, where we are identifying a property, identifying our partners, our founding partners, so that we can cultivate the land that we want to build on. And then phase three is the beauty of it all. That's the blooming phase, where we have, our staff development, our program implementation, and then we can house families starting in 2024 and beyond. And so the reason why you're here today is because we do believe that every piece matters. Many of you have supported not just the organization, but me outside of the organization. And a lot of you who are new may not know how you're supporting the organization. And so I wanted to break that down, because every piece matters. So when we look at who supports 3D Girls Inc., we have funding partners, and funding partners are partners who fund our projects. And so each of our projects takes $10,000 to $25,000 annually to fund programs. And so with the help of our funding partners, we're able to provide resources that help the young women and the girls that we serve. Program partners are mission-aligned partners working collaboratively to meet program outcomes. So these are our school partners. These are our program partners. The girls in our program have access to swim lessons, for example. So through a partnership, we're able to have 10 girls every semester register for free swim lessons because we know that there's a disparity among kids of color who know how to swim. So we want to make sure that we are addressing disparities that impact the communities that we serve. And so program partners help us to do that. Then we have volunteers. Our volunteers are critical to our organization. They donate their time, their talent, and their treasure to the organization. They help to fuel our engine, all right, and provide this invaluable support for whatever we need, whether it's on the back end or whether it's at an event, whether it's planning. We have multiple opportunities where volunteers can serve, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But volunteers are critical to nonprofit organizations, and so we believe that they're a part of our puzzle. And then we have event partners. Event partners help to increase outreach event outcomes for targeted families in need. One of our partners who is here, Chris Favors of AmeriGroup, he was one of our first event partners, helping us to distribute diapers, helping us to distribute wipes, and things to moms in need. And so we look to host outreach events to kind of help push that initiative because we want to make sure that the mamas in our community do not lack basic needs. And so as we prepare for 2020, I want to make sure, 2022, Jesus help me. We get mixed up. They all blend together at this point. It's just the pandemic. We are celebrating 10 years as a nonprofit organization. And for many nonprofits, that is very hard to accomplish. And so I am extremely grateful for all of our community partners and all of the people who have helped us to get to this point. And we want to celebrate with you. So if you scan the scope code that's on your screen, you'll also get a link after today's meeting. But if you want to be a part of this and want to know about tickets and sponsorships and how to be a part of this, please make sure that you join that specific mailing list because we're going to celebrate in May and we want you to be there with us. And so now I wanted to share just some of those volunteer opportunities based on the programs and the things that I talked about. I know I've been talking for quite a while, but I want to give you guys a chance to learn about how we're moving forward this year. So if you are interested in being a school site, or a school that might be interested, we are starting to recruit schools for the 2022 and 2023 year. We'll have meetings this summer to kind of coordinate that. But if that's something that you're interested in, please feel free to reach out to us. If you are interested in volunteering, we have the Girls Link Up program that we're mentoring all throughout the school year. Community outreach is ongoing with quarterly projects that we plan for. The 10th anniversary gala, this is our first gala. So we do need volunteers and we do need help. So if you know anybody looking for volunteer hours, has event planning experience, sponsorships, all of those things, we need those things. And so we are looking for people for that. And then our Girls Link Up pitch competition is in June. We look for people to review applications and grade them. We look for people to assist with, mentor matching. If you want to be a mentor to a girl in this process, it's a 30-day commitment. And then we have our holiday giving event, which is every December, where we distribute toys to families in need. And if you want to learn more about those opportunities, the code to learn more is right there on your screen. You can scan it. Again, after today's meeting, I'll send out a link to the volunteer opportunities on our website. And so right now, I just want to turn it over to you guys because you are our community and we want to engage in some discussion, some questions that we can answer to support our future and ongoing partnerships.
So it doesn't change the overall balance. It will be a big event in American history because every Supreme Court appointment is a big event.
Ariane, you know the integral things and the dynamics.
I'm not sure if anybody has any questions. I am definitely going to launch a poll because y'all are shy and y'all can't see me. So I'm going to try to turn on my video, but if it starts to glitch, I'll turn it back off.
Hi, it's Cedra from Grant Makers for Girls of Color. I had a question, but I also had a truck going by.
Okay, awesome. Don't leave me out there, Cedra. Thank you.
But yeah, thank you for gathering us today. And I'm really just feel so good to hear all the different updates and wondering if you could go back to talk a little bit about Pitch, I believe was the name of it. And if you can just talk more about what's available to young people, and your sense of like how many young people you might be taking for future rounds, and some specific information that we could be sharing with some of our other grantee partners that are working with girls.
Absolutely. So the Girls Link Up Pitch competition is focused on girls in Georgia, across the state of Georgia. We take 6th through 12th graders in this competition. We have a junior level and a senior level. Information regarding the pitch competition will come out February. In February, the application for girls to apply will start going out in March. They will be able to apply on our website. As far as how many girls, last year we had, I want to say 16 girls to apply, and we narrowed it down to 12 candidates. One group was a team of girls. So we haven't had a cap for how many girls can participate. It definitely, we definitely want to make sure that we have the capacity to serve at least 12 girls like we did last year.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chanel, you had a question. I see your hand is raised.
Hi, Rayani. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Yes. So my question was in regards to Rose House. And I think we've maybe touched on this previously a little bit, but I just wanted to know, with the parenting programs that you'll be offering, will there be a programming or anything available for childbirth education, lactation education, labor support services, or doula support involved in that?
Absolutely. When we did our community baby showers, starting in 2016, we wanted to make sure that we educated and empowered moms, new and expectant moms, and doula services, lactation, all of those things that you mentioned were a part of that initiative, and we look forward to bringing those things back as we build that program.
Awesome. Thank you.
Any additional questions? All right. So at this time, I am going to go ahead and launch a 3-question poll for you guys, just to see where we are and how we can continue to partner. If you don't mind taking about 1 minute to answer those 3 questions.